Yo.
No applause. We don't get an
No.
applause. Only
No.
lyrics get some applause. We just
Better clap. Yeah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Peace, as lyrics would say.
Where's
He's
the
not
hoodie?
here.
Where's the sunglasses?
I know.
You're not doing him justice.
Yeah, I know. We're not. This is the closest I'm getting to sunglasses right now. Greetings. Good afternoon. This is not the LYR to the ICS lyrics, y'all. It's Steph, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Random Thoughts. Lyrics will be here momentarily. He's dealing with some personal matters, but we're all here. The rest of us are here. So yeah, greetings from the interwebs. I'm in the DMV. It's finally sunny. It was cloudy this morning, but yeah, now it's nice and sunny. It's not as hot as it has been the past couple of days. and you see, we got special guest Stevie Wonder in the house right now.
Just because you saw I was swaying my head back and forth doing this, yeah. Of course.
Stevie, I've heard you're not really blind. You heard the stories? They said that you've been faking it the whole time.
I know. Shaq really believes that Stevie can see.
Well, I mean, he has beautiful women that he's been with, so maybe he can't see. You know?
He says so basically I guess he took a cue from Ray Charles. The way they figure out whether a woman is, like, I guess, attractive or not is by feeling their forearms. I don't know what they feel. I don't know what constitutes, like, who's attractive or whatnot, but that's what they usually do. So I don't know. That's from them. But yeah, he's had some very gorgeous women, and he has, like, what, 10 kids now?
Yeah, man. I think he's still going. I think he just had a kid maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Him and Eddie Murphy, man. I think they're competition.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. And so is Robert De Niro. He's got a bunch of kids too. But yeah, welcome, y'all. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it's great to be here with you guys. All the randos, thank you for always joining us every Sunday. We try to. There he is.
Peace. What's going on, y'all? Yo, my apologies. My apologies for being late, man. Like it's.
That's messed
peace,
up.
y'all. Peace.
He did it on purpose.
I know he did it on purpose.
Well, peace, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Random Thoughts. I am your host, the LYR to the ICS. It's lyrics, y'all. Please forgive me. Like, a lot of unnecessary situations happened, so I had to kind of switch it up on some last minute stuff, and that's all I can say for it right now. But I'm happy to be here with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the lair.
Yo, we here. We here, man.
Back in the total lair.
Yeah, we back in the office right now. We back in the spot.
So allegedly, you know what's interesting? I just learned that in the new iteration of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, apparently their lair is in the Bronx. So
God damn, man! Like, yo, Tiffany, what's going on? Like, really? You really just had to say, oh yeah, by the way, they sponsored the BX now. Like, oh man.
I just learned that. I was today years old when I learned that. So
wait, so when they was in the suit, was all that time they was in the X?
No, they were in Manhattan, but apparently,
originally they ended in Manhattan.
Yeah, I think they ended up moving because I think that the original lair was compromised.
So what? Like, they had to pay high rent in the original lair, so it was like, oh, fuck that, we getting the cheap rent in the BX.
Gentrification, right? Even hits the sewers.
Shouldn't have been turtles. You need Teenage Mutant. You guys got Teenage Mutant Ninja Rodents. That's what y'all got.
Fuck out of here, man! Like, yo, listen, stop that.
Splinters running everywhere.
Exactly, you got splinters. You got to.
First of all, the South Bronx is beautiful. Like, we got more than just rats. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. We do have beautiful buildings and nice parks and shit. It's the people that have to take care of it, or at least the lack of care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest about it. You know.
Yeah, good
And
to
that's
see you.
no.
No,
Steph, I'm being serious.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, getting into it, what were we talking about?
We had just introduced ourselves. We were just saying it's a nice day outside. We got to get the ad. What's up, Ed?
Peace, Ad. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? ADV in the spot, Avis, and we're here with another episode of Randumb Thoughtz series. Shouts out to all the randos, like you said before. Check us out on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. But we ain't rocking with Facebook right now. They still tripping.
They on some other stuff right now.
As well as check us out on www.randumbthoughtz.com. But I'm gonna let the spelling bee champ, since he arrived, go ahead and do all of that for y'all and spell it out all the way. But besides that, came off of a good day yesterday, nephew's birthday, our cousin's birthday, I should say, and they actually had me DJ, so it was some good family fun.
Nice.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Famous Ramos.
What's going on,
What's up, man?
Good, hot. That's about it. I wish I had a pool. Man. I used to have a pool as a kid in the backyard. I wish I still had it because I would jump in it right now.
So wait, you ain't got no AC in that spot you at right now?
I don't want to. I have a fan going, but I don't want to pay for AC. Right? I'll wait till like it's August and it's fucking unbearable. Then I put the AC.
It's unbearable already.
It's unbearable now.
This is not unbearable, my friend. You don't know unbearable. This is like getting there. It's on its way.
What do you mean? I don't know unbearable. We've been dealing with 100-degree weather all week.
You got that Maryland weather. It's different. It's different. New York is humid as fuck.
So is Maryland. It's
There's no such thing. You know, Steph, you lived in New York. Humid weather in New York is the worst.
I get what you're saying because of the concrete and the bricks and all that, absorbing all the moisture. Now, it's different here in that it's not concrete absorbing, it's the trees. The trees are keeping all the moisture suspended in one place. It's awful. I had trouble breathing the other day. And,
damn.
Yeah, so it's been crazy. But I'm glad you guys are here. Glad to see my brothers. We're in here. We're gonna get into this topic really soon. But let's go into housekeeping really quickly. What's up, Tiff? What's up, Randos? What's up, India?
All the randos. What's going on?
I haven't seen India in years, man. But it's good that you're joining us today.
Wait, India up here?
You don't know India.
What?
You don't know her. You don't know India. That's
how
you know
best friend.
How you know who I know? Like you don't know if I know India?
You don't know India. So
you know India.
I know her. I've met her. But anyway, housekeeping.
So but how you know I ain't meet her? Like let's go to housekeeping, man.
You've never met
you don't know you don't know my life.
You've never
met you don't know me. You don't know me.
Tiff, tell him he's never met her. But anyway, housekeeping.
All right, yo. Anyway, let's go to housekeeping.
Even India will tell you you've never met her. Okay.
I probably didn't, but how you know my life?
Housekeeping.
Yeah. Are you at the door? You're at the door.
Anywho, yo,
happy to get inside the hotel room.
Yo, happy birthday to all my friends on Facebook. My Facebook friends account or whatever. Happy birthday to all of y'all. I know it was somebody's birthday that was on July 3rd. I wanted to say happy birthday to. I forgot. Like, damn, son.
That was my cousin. Probably.
Huh?
That was probably my cousin. It was my cousin's birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Ad's cousin. You know what I'm saying? It was July 3rd. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Prolific Hands. Prolific Hands that's my cousin's handle on Instagram.
Nice.
Oh, all right, that's what's up.
Happy birthday.
The funny thing is, he has the same name as your cousin, but yeah.
Let's not even talk on it.
Yeah,
let's not talk on that. Let's not get into that.
Well, I have a few birthdays too because I know a lot of cancers is just cancer all around. In a good way though, in a good way. But happy birthday to, first of all, happy birthday to my best friend, Laura Vu. Salute to you. I took her out yesterday. We went to So I was supposed to I took her to this French restaurant, Le Sel, in DC. The breakfast was, I'm gonna be honest, like for a restaurant that had a 4.7 rating out of 5, the breakfast was kind of lackluster. It was good, but it was just like
a 3.8.
Yeah, like
Was it like a 2?
3.5.
It was a 2.
No, it wasn't a 2, but it was just like
a 2.
Okay, even a 3. I'll give it a 3. But it was just like, what else you got? Because that menu was smart. I mean, sparse as I don't know what. Oh boy.
Yo, yeah, Virginia Slim Peace is going on, man. We gotta read this shit.
I wonder sometimes if how much of this is made up and how much is real.
He was like, I was smashing this broad and she was hooping and hollering, so I thought I was beating the cheeks to oblivion. Nope. Turns out she had Tourette's and I wasn't doing a damn thing.
Oh my god.
Yo, I love our randos. Shout out to the randos, man. Where's the mother?
Man. Hey, what's up, Water Witch Babe 82? That must be India. What's up, India?
Tennessee, man. Happy born day to Tennessee, man.
Like, happy born day, Tennessee. Yeah, but the ghetto gynecologist. Salute to you, sir. We appreciate you. You always come through for us. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, even though I took my best friend, the initial spot was lackluster, I might have to give a shout out to the second spot we went to. We just happened to look it up on the fly because we were like, yo, this food has not filled us up. It hasn't like fulfilled our needs. We need to go somewhere else. So shout out to Iron Gate in Washington, D.C. is one of the longest running restaurants, and it's actually one of the oldest restaurants in D.C. And
Iron Gate?
It's called Iron Gate. And
I actually heard about that restaurant.
They've had different iterations of it. The current iteration of it now is a Mediterranean spot, and man, highly recommend. Sometimes, like when you're on the fly and you're like, okay, let's go to this restaurant. Sometimes that restaurant is out of sight, and this one did not disappoint. Shout out to our host Michael for blessing us with great recommendations. I had an awesome drink, pretty dope. The food was fantastic.
Jordan,
yeah, I'm going. I'm going up. Like my vacation was in like 2 weeks. I think Miss RJC. I think Miss RJC 78. Peace. Like, yo, listen, you saying it's good, right? I got the stuff.
It's fantastic.
Stamp of. I got the Randumb Thoughtz stamp of approval on it.
Yeah. This is not the chopped cheese city.
You got Laura. You get the Laura stamp of approval as well. The chef extraordinaire. Happy birthday, Laura.
Yeah. Yes. Laura was.
You gotta step
extremely
your game
happy.
Up. Come on.
Yeah.
What you say?
Happy.
You gotta step your game up. Come on.
Yeah. You gotta step out.
Yeah. Step your game up. That's right.
Yep. who game up? What you talking about? Man, anyway, shout out to Iron Gate. I'm going.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Step out of this, okay?
Happy birthday to my bestie. Happy birthday to my eldest niece, Lakeisha. She's actually having a baby tomorrow. Going into delivery. So King Kai will be in here. So happy born day to my future grandnephew, number 9. King Kai.
Steph doing bigger numbers than Stevie Wonder right now.
King Kai.
Oh, we're doing okay.
You know what, Steph?
Okay. Can't wait to meet you, sir.
Hold on. You know what, Steph? I wouldn't be surprised if we was related, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got so many fucking relatives, and then I got like no, seriously, like my grandmother had like 13 brothers and sisters and shit. You know what I'm saying? My mom's side and all that. That'd be crazy if the shit connected. And we was like long lost cousins from a second some shit. I don't know.
Y'all think I'm playing? My family is huge. Like on my mom's side, my great grandmother and great grandfather had 14 kids, and on the other side of the family, they also had 14 kids. I'm telling you.
You know what we got to do? We got to do a 23andMe live on the air. You guys get the results and see if you're related.
Nah, I don't want you. No, I'm not doing 23andMe. I'll get Skip Gates to come on and we'll do. We'll do finding your roots.
You don't want clones? You don't want clones of you walking out there?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be in anyone's registry.
Stupid.
Link me to some unsolved crime that I had nothing to do with. No,
Steph wasn't even born, and they're gonna try to make her say she did the crime.
Right.
In 1979.
Do we have any more?
Wasn't me. Step out of this. Wasn't me.
Step out of this.
Do we have any more?
Yeah, I have.
Do we have any more birthdays?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
ahead, Eric.
Not a birthday, but can we have a moment of silence for dearly departed, former member of OVO? Let's bow our heads to his career.
Oh man.
No, but for real, that shit, he just like stomped all over him. That's all I wanted to say.
Did you see the pictures and seeing him at Michael Rubin's party?
Like what he looked like he lived like 20 years.
Yes.
Extra, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Dude had bags under his eyes. He was half smiling. He looked miserable.
That's what fucking with the wrong person does to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, Drake, don't bring your bitch ass to Miami. That's all I'm saying. Don't go to Florida.
He's in Texas right now, right next to Jay Prince.
Once again, don't bring your bitch ass to Florida. Do not hide under the Yep, don't come to Florida because Florida they marking your ass, man. Like you gonna do that to Rick Ross and his DJ and his peoples? Yeah, okay. Come to Miami with that bullshit if you want to. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wait, he sent somebody to Rick Ross at that situation that happened. It was just a random fan, or that was like intended?
No, that was actually it. Kind of was intended from the reports that I heard that those were official OVO members that actually did that. So like Drake wasn't there, but it was his peoples. It was from my understanding. I'll make it real short because we really do gotta jump into the episode. Vancouver, British Columbia. Rick Ross was doing the show. Then they were when did you hear that? I heard it from some I think it was one of these YouTube videos or whatever. But anyway, he was doing the show in Vancouver.
So you gotta say allegedly.
Oh, okay. Allegedly. Sound credible.
I'm telling you, sources are important.
No. I forgot the actual video. The actual person that did the video or whatever. But long story short, he was doing a show in Vancouver, British Columbia. Then he told his DJ to play that song by Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Stephanie's favorite song. That's her life theme song. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
No, that's everyone's theme song. That's the
no, it ain't. It ain't my motherfucking. It ain't my motherfucking theme
right now.
I think that's.
I think
that's the.
I'm hating on the song. I'm hating on it.
That's the anthem of the summer. What are you talking about? Everywhere you go, you hear sports games. Sports games are playing this shit. I'm surprised if you don't hear it in Chuck E. Cheese.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't hear that
shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I watch. Look. In the morning, I watch all the morning shows. Today. The only morning show that has even acknowledged Not Like Us has been CBS Mornings. They know the deal. They talking about all these other songs that are the song of the summer. I'm like, yeah, no.
Don't worry.
Hold on. Let me finish butchering the song. Let me finish butchering the story.
Yeah,
so
be the hater that you've always been. Go ahead.
Thank you. So boom, right? After the show, them OVO niggas, they caught
allegedly.
I heard they caught. Allegedly, they caught Rick Ross or whatever, and they gave that man the beats. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying?
Warning.
And then
the opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All comment.
We don't want to hear that lyrics. We are back. Not talking
Nah,
about.
but I even do the thing, man. Like y'all just sat there and just like butchered my whole. You butchered having me butcher the story. Like I wanted to respectfully butcher the story. Nah, fuck it. We passed it now. But it's time to
ready to get into the episode.
Yeah, it's time to let the fuckery commence. Let's get it.
And by the way,
let's get into this.
By the way, all the other birthdays that I know of, happy birthday to everyone out there. We just didn't have time. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
the two most important people in my life. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, whoa, Virginia Slims, please don't disrespect me like that. I am not a fan, not an OVO fan. I'm not even a fan of Rick Ross.
I just found it funny. That's not what it's an acronym, sir.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the acronym.
Oh, all right.
That's why you got to keep up with the time, sir. But you don't want to be the acronym. You don't want to be the acronym either.
I know acronyms.
You don't want to be the acronym either.
The fuck you talking about an acronym? Man? Anyway, I'll get with the times I want to get with. How about that?
Rock solid.
Run for your life. Hey, run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, you a 69 god. Freaky ass. That's fan. Freaky ass nigga.
I don't give a blood clot about that. Like my favorite MC is Elza. Like, what are you talking about?
That's great. Anyway, we're getting into
that's great.
Episode 6-13.
Fuck out of here, man.
What is dating differently able people like? You know,
that's it.
We're gonna get into that.
Let's get into it.
Wait, Virginia Slim. I'm gonna have to correct you, sir. It's not midget. It's little person. Okay, little person.
It's called height impaired. Okay.
He's got jokes. He got jokes.
I tried to holler at a midget once, but unfortunately, my conversation with her was extremely awkward. It turns out I'm not very good when it comes to small talk. I like that. I really do like that. Listen.
Oh my god.
Oh man, yo. Anyway,
let's get into it.
Let's I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Yeah. So I'll be honest with you. Disabled. I never really dated a disabled. Sorry, what is a differently abled person before? Like, so I really don't have no stupid ass stories about it. However, I do have questions. I have a shit ton of questions. So,
oh my god,
what do you call it when a little person waves at you? A microwave.
Such an ape. Anyway,
I love it. I love keep it with the jokes, Virginia. So if anybody got some differently able jokes, please let's hear them. Like, yo, I love it. I'm a Viking.
So anyway, let's define what differently abled is. You know, before there were so differently able, you know, what used to be disabled or what used to be special needs, you know, back then. Now we say differently abled because just because a person is born with a condition doesn't necessarily mean that they're unable to perform certain tasks. As you can see, you know, in so many different ways, you've seen people with what we would call defects or what was the other word I used? But people that have conditions, you've seen them do extraordinary things. So, and hence you have the Paralympics, you know, that display those incredible abilities, and then we have other folks that are around that display, you know, their extraordinary abilities. They even us as quote unquote able-bodied people are not able to do. So, but I wanted to get into this topic because this was my idea when we were coming up with episodes. This was my idea because
it was your idea?
Because I was, you know what, I was inspired by a conversation.
Yeah, I was wondering who idea was. Like,
it was mine. I wanted to bring it up because way back in the very, very beginning, when we were still on Instagram, Someone we were talking about that in a smaller, discussion, but someone
I'm
brought
sorry.
up, someone had made kind of a comment about dating someone who was in a wheelchair and how, how difficult it would be to date someone in a wheelchair. What did Virginia Slim say? What did
Yo,
put that? Wait, put that back up. My neighbor.
my neighbor is an epic. My neighbor is an epileptic little person who really loves pizza. Every day he has little seizures. Pizza, pizza. Okay, I'm done. Oh shit! I'm
my
sorry. I had to laugh. I had to laugh.
God. See, but there are people like Lyrics here who, I understand you want to bring levity to a situation, but some things are kind of serious. So
No. Listen, look. If you can't laugh at yourself, you ain't living life, man.
But you're
Like,
not laughing at yourself. You're laughing at other people.
no,
Yeah,
no. But what I'm saying is, okay, real quick. If I'm laughing at somebody else, right? It's not that I'm laughing at them to embarrass them or whatever. It's just sometimes you find shit funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already live in a super sensitive society where we can't say half the things we want to say, can't do half the things we want to do without being questioned about it.
Well, why not?
Like, I'm sorry, I don't live in your world. I don't live in that world. I live in the other world.
I think intention should be questioned. I think when it comes to any kind of situation, intention should be questioned. Now,
well,
if you're seriously being like lighthearted and it's like, and we know, you're bringing levity to the situation, but you seriously have a concern with this particular subject matter or this particular group, then in some ways we can kind of understand, but like I said, and when the conversation that we had way back when, there was a person that was talking about dating a person in a wheelchair and how difficult it would be and who would want to put themselves in a situation like that and so on and so forth. And I personally took offense to that because it's like, you don't have that kind of personal experience with someone who is, who's differently able. I've dated people in wheelchairs. I've dated people with conditions. So it's like, how do you know what it's like to date someone who happens to be in a wheelchair? And how do you know that it's difficult, to date them?
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Assume that because they're in a wheelchair, they're gonna need my
help. Hold on,
so
Steph. I have a question. Yeah. I have a real question for you then. A serious question for you. Mm-hmm. So, do you consider a deaf person that can't hear? Mm-hmm. Do you consider them, or a person that can't see? You know what I'm saying? A blind or deaf person. Do you consider them differently able just as much as a person in the wheelchair?
Yes.
Or a person with no hands, no feet, or anything like that?
Yes. They're all in the same category.
Would you date a person that's deaf or blind?
Yes. I don't see why not. If we happen to connect on a level that makes me want to pursue further, I don't see an issue with that. That's the thing. Like with me, and dating, as someone who's dated people who have been differently abled, I've learned that at the end of the day, people are people.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they get around and they go about their days. It may be slightly different from the way we go about our day, but at the same time, they're getting through the day just like us, and they figure it out.
Okay.
And
I have something to say though. Like, if a person, I'm not saying they had a good intention or bad intention, whoever this person is, or other people. If they don't feel they're capable, and they're doing the other person a favor. That's what I see. They're taking themselves out of the situation to deal with somebody who potentially they'll be a bigger issue for that person. So, you know what I mean? Like, let them not experience something great because they're so ignorant or they're scared, because it comes from fear, right? And from most things do come from fear. Let them remove themselves so that person don't have to deal with them. because in long run they're showing immaturity, and they're showing like that they as an adult can't handle things that are out of the norm. So that's why I see it.
And I've had this conversation with so many people, in my life, and they're just like, oh, if I wouldn't date, someone like that because, it's just, like you said, they're ignorant, and they'll say, oh, it'll just make my life more difficult, and I don't think I have the capacity to, help them or aid them in certain ways, so on and so forth.
Hold on. What makes them? What makes them? But what makes them? All right. So if a person decides that they don't want to date a differently able person because of that actual reason, does that actually make them? What did you say? Does that make them immature and selfish because they don't want to deal with it? Like, you have to understand with dating. Hold on, please. Dating a differently able person, there's a lot more responsibility to that, because when you actually fall in love with that, hear me out. When you actually fall in love with that, when you fall in love with that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though they might have done some things without you, that other person is gonna feel that they have more of a responsibility to help you in certain aspects in life. And you have to also look at it from their perspective. You can't just sit there and say that's ignorant or that's childish of you. You have to understand why they're saying that.
And I'm gonna say this again. This is coming from someone who has not experienced that kind of relationship with a person. You're speaking. You're assuming. Oh, if I date this person,
I'm not assuming.
Yes, you are. You've never dated a differently able person.
It doesn't.
You admitted it yourself.
But I know people. Yes, I haven't dated, but I know people who dated differently able people.
Right.
You act like you're the only person I know.
No,
but I have to hear it.
Lyrics,
okay, go ahead.
This is what I'm saying to you. Every circumstance is different. Not every differently able person needs additional help in certain situations. Some people, some individuals do. Some don't. Some people can carry on their own, and you just like, it's up to you to determine, okay, can I meet this person in the middle, or otherwise. You're
100% right. I agree with you on that. Although,
but that's any relationship.
Of course, but playing devil's advocate, just in this instance, playing devil's advocate, you also have to understand on that other aspect from another person. Like I said, I haven't dated a differently able person, but I know people who have, and I've heard the other side of it. I heard that there was like, I had one friend. They were dating a person that they lost both feet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was like gangrene type shit. Mm-hmm. So they lost, like literally not just their feet, but they lost their legs from their knees down. So that person had to learn how to live, without their legs until they got their prosthetics or whatever. And for that other person, it was a challenge for them. It was one fuck of a challenge, because the simple fact, you have to take into consideration that they they have to, not only does that person have to learn without living with their actual feet again, or the actual legs, they have to learn how to go to the bathroom again. They have to do this, that, the third. You're talking
about one example of dating a differently able person. That's not every situation or circumstance out there.
It may not be. But this is one situation that a lot of people some people we know, some people that we don't know go through. And like I said, playing devil.
You're somewhat correct, Lyrics. Able-bodied people do feel a sense that they need to protect us and do for us, speaking as a differently able person, but that's where they make the mistake. Because 9 times out of 10, we spent years learning how to do the basics so that way people don't help us. Honestly, that's the last thing we want, is for you to help us or to treat us any different than you would anybody else. And that's not to say be an asshole. That's not to say that. But if you don't know something, you can ask the person, hey, do you need me to help you? Would you like me to help you? That's not being an asshole. Asking someone if they want help opening the door because maybe they're learning how to do it for the first time.
Okay.
Or if you see something, or if you see something on the ground and you see somebody trying to find it, maybe that's their test. Maybe this is them learning how to, adapt to being visually impaired. Maybe they're newly impaired.
Right.
These are things that we have to learn. So I get what you're saying. 9 times out of 10, people do. They want to protect you. They want to, oh my God, this person is staring at you, or just weird things. 9 times out of 10, Steph can tell you, we don't care about people looking at us. We don't care. We just want to get to where we're trying to get to, do what we need to do with the less commotion as possible. Because
Right.
9 times out of 10, the same way you feel, oh, I need to help this person, they're embarrassed that they might even need your help. So the less obvious you make things, it's easier for us, if that makes sense. I mean,
Right.
No,
Steph could tell you, I don't know if she alluded to it, but we dated. So she has firsthand experience of, just there are some things that I needed help with, and there are some things that I didn't need help with that maybe she thought I would. So it's all in the person, all in their comfort level, and just all in, because everybody's level of ability is going to be different. So you might see somebody that's in a wheelchair and you think that they can do everything that I can do, and they can't.
okay. Well,
Let me
Shout
just
out to Tiff.
Tiff,
before you go.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Tiff.
I wanted to
Welcome.
introduce
Tiff,
Tiff into the conversation. So
Okay.
welcome, Tiff, for joining. Thank
What's
you
going
for
on, Tiff?
joining us.
Hey.
I invited her because, and I was hoping that she was going to join the show, because as she told you, she is differently able.
Mhm.
I don't want to go into all the medical specifics and whatnot, but she has to use a wheelchair. I will say that.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even throw that out there. My bad. I thought everybody knew, all the randos. Anyway,
But
they
you
know.
actually you talk about your situation if you like. You want to
Well,
go into those
I
specifics.
mean, I was born with cerebral palsy, however you want to say it. People say it different.
Okay.
It's just basically, to simplify it, it's just kind of like a person who had a stroke. So all
Mhm.
the messages get sent, they just get sent slower than, I guess, an able-bodied person. So I mean,
Mhm.
I can move all my limbs, everything works. It just, the messages get sent a little slower, and it just takes me longer to do things. Um, I can't stand without holding on to something. It's more or less a balance thing, but I can stand. There are some people with CP who cannot stand at all. There are some people with CP who can't feed themselves. They can't cook. I'm Thankfully, that is not my case. As y'all know, I'm a mom, and
Yeah.
Willow's in the other room, or she'd be like, "Hi, y'all." But so
Tell the
I
beanie I
mean,
said
there's,
hey anyway.
huh?
Tell the beanie we said hey anyway.
Well, I will. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, there are different levels of disability. There are some people with CP who they might walk with a limp, but they walk. And it all depends on what was affected at birth, usually.
Well,
I
I
what
mean,
were you gonna say?
I mean, I'll be
Go ahead,
honest.
lyrics.
Tiff, what's going on? Um, I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel what you're saying, 100%. But in this situation, what I was saying, this is a person that actually, this person was able. Then they just happened, due to their condition, and the surgery, they happen to be differently able. Like the tides kind of turned a bit, and in this one situation, I was saying, and that person that was with them, the guy that was with the woman, he was kind of unsure because it was a new. He never dated
Right.
anybody differently able before, and he loved this woman to death. I'm talking about, like, he was going to set up the engagement, be married, the whole nine.
No holds back.
Once no holds back TV piece, what's going on?
Good to see you.
Once she got the operation, got her legs, amputated, And this guy, he still loved her to death, but it was just the change of,
Yeah,
from
I
her
get it.
being able to differently able. It was too much for him, for that
Right.
one person. And through time, like even when she got her prosthetic legs and had to learn how to walk, she had so many mood swings and like just damn, I lost my legs. This, that,
Yeah,
third,
it
and
does. It takes a mental toll. I mean,
it
But
takes.
I was
and that
born like this,
and
and it does.
what I'm saying is that's a different circumstance because it's a change for her too. Like
Of
she had to
course,
go.
but it happens.
But the
It
thing is,
happens.
no. But what I'm saying is that they were learning together. That's one circumstance. They're not. What I'm saying to you is not all circumstances are the same when it comes to differently able people. You're
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
have
no, he tried to learn.
different situations. Right.
He
Right.
tried to learn.
But
You
what I'm
know.
saying to you is that she was learning too. It wasn't just about him learning. It was her learning too.
Oh
Yeah,
And
no, it's
them
about
yeah,
both
trying
of
to
them learning. It's about
right,
both
yeah.
of them learning.
right.
But
But them
honestly,
attempting
to
compromise.
me, it was more her learning than him because she's the one that had to go through all that BS. Not BS. Through all that situations. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
She could have. It could have been preventable if she had a different diet or whatever. But that's beside the point. The fact is, they tried, and if I say like for a year and a half, 2 years, they tried, and dude just he literally, and this is wrong what he did. He
Mhm.
just threw his hands up and said, "I can't do it
But
no more."
honestly, lyrics, that's not wrong. If you can't, if that's something that you can't handle, you're
Mhm.
well within your rights to say this is too much for me. And as a differently able person, or at some point, she had to understand that because yeah, there are some things that she would have needed help with, whether it be in the beginning, in the middle, or just it's all about adaptation. I moved. I don't know if y'all know, but I moved. I moved to a whole other state, different place. Me having to adapt, and that's kind of why I've been away from y'all or whatever. But
Mhm.
like, so just trying to adapt to a new spot and how I'm gonna do this different from how I did it at the house, and so it's all about adaptation. And if she wasn't at the place where she could sit down with him and say, hey, I'm gonna need help with this, this, and this. Are you cool with that? Because some days people might be cool. Some days, but some days your back hurt and you don't want to be bothered. And you don't, these are things that differently able people think about, honestly, because that's how I grew up. I don't know. I gave y'all a little taste of my mama, but
Mhm.
that was her big thing. Nobody really wants you around for real. Eventually somebody's gonna get tired of you in that chair. And me, I didn't even know that I was not, and I say that in quotations, as differently abled as most of the people around me. I don't even
Yeah.
fit in that bubble with them.
And
Do
that
I
was
walk around? Do I walk around alone? No. But a good chunk of my friends can't walk at all.
I I I,
So
wa- I was gonna say if I can get into like when we were dating. So
sure, go ahead.
I have mentioned this before, and this is very true. Tiffany like was among like one of the among the first of eventually many people that I would
I
date in my
didn't do it,
lifetime.
y'all. I didn't do
But
it. It had nothing to do with it after me.
nah, but she was in that like first like 3 to 5 people that I had dated, and but she was the first person I actually ever fell in love with. Um,
Oh, when
nah,
she
it's
shared.
true. She's the first person I ever fell in love with, completely. And when we were dating, being the able-bodied person, um, there wasn't. She didn't make it feel like there was any kind of no holdback, Stevie. Yeah, you're making me blush here. But she didn't make it feel like it was like any kind of extra work, when we dated, like the most I had to do when we were dating, and this was when I was living, and she is also a Virgo, which I think that lended itself as a benefit in our relationship. But like she didn't make it seem like it was work, when we were together. I used to live with this Dominican family in Woodhaven, Queens. And the place that I lived, so it was a house, but the area that I lived in was the walk up. It was the top level of the house, and they had these long stairs So like the hardest part was when she came over to see me, was getting her up the steps. So either I would eventually, and initially my roommate had to help me bring her up the
That's
steps,
terrible.
and I would bring the wheelchair up. But eventually I learned how to, we worked things out, we figured it out, and I would just throw her over my shoulder and I would take her up the steps and put her in the wheelchair. But other than that, like, it was dating Tiffany was like dating any other woman in my life. Like, we held hands, we went out to eat. Actually getting transportation was a lot easier because she calls it excessive hell, but we would use excessive ride to get around. So that actually made it a lot easier because we didn't necessarily have to get on the subway to go anywhere. We could have our time together, but we went out to eat just like any other couple. We, went to the movies just like any other couple. It was a normal time, and I had a great time. Yes, and she's been my friend for the past 20 plus years. How long has it been since I think this year, no, last year made 20 years that we out there throwing people. Yeah, I'm throwing people over my shoulders. That's what I do. I'm Mighty Mouse over here. But it was any other typical relationship. And we dated for quite some time. It was what, almost a year, right? That we dated. Something like that. Tiff, I think we lost her. But yeah, I dated Tiff for about a year. I wish it were longer because we really had a great time. Yeah, so I didn't find it any different. I found it actually a lot more fulfilling, and I learned a lot more about myself when I was dating her. And I like I said, as someone who didn't think initially that I would be dating someone differently able. I grew up with a lot of differently able people. I grew up with, people that I have a cousin that has Down syndrome. I have relatives that are autistic, so they've always been a part of my life, but I never thought that I would date someone who was differently able. And dating her really like opened up my world, and I realized like I could do this. This is not an impossibility. Like I could see my life with her. Yeah, I love that you had that. Sounds like a spin the block. You had to talk to her about that. Tiff, you gonna have to talk to them about spinning the block. But but yeah, I've dated more than one person. She wasn't the last person that I dated. That was differently abled. I did have a girlfriend that I dated for 2 years. That was differently able, and like I said, same thing. The only difference was, I think, with the other person that I dated, there was they approached their conditions very differently. Whereas Tiff was like, I don't want to make this like a burden. I don't want this to be a burden. Yeah, that's Virginia, that's a very complex answer. We weren't ever like officially together, Tiff and I, unfortunately. But yeah. Tiff, I sent the link to your text, so you should have it in the text on your phone. But yeah, we weren't like ever like officially together, though I think we should have been. There were a lot of like mixed messages that came up. And I think, us being young, I was 21, she was 22 at the time. I think there were, signals were kind of, communications and where we were like mentally, I think was ultimately, the thing that kind of broke us apart.
Waterwitch Babe 82, she has a comment here. Not just romantic relationships either, platonic relationships too. Being open to having relationships with people who are differently able does wonders for a person's empathy.
It does. It,
Mm.
it, it most certainly does. Yeah, you just realize that, like, again, they're people just like the rest of us. Like, us able-bodied folks, like there are people that have functioning hands and toes, and they don't push themselves. They don't see what they don't discover what else they're capable of. There's some really lazy motherfuckers out here. That's
Well,
that's what I'm saying. And they're
Steph,
able to do things
Steph,
that
I understand what
they
you're
don't imagine.
Steph, I understand perfectly what you're saying, but the reason why I had to play devil's advocate is because I know not everybody looks at it as positively as yourself does or as Tiff or whatever. There are people out there that, although they may love that person, they may like that person, they may want to deal with that person. It there's a there's another responsibility to that. They're always going to feel that there's a responsibility that they have to take care of that person, or they have to look out for this person or see what they want. And then they're not going to care what we got to say on air. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, after this comes off, let me just speak for a second. At the end of the day, this comes off, they're still going to look at it as, damn, son, I wish I could have done it like Steph did it. You know what I'm saying? Or damn, you know what I'm saying? It's a new situation for them. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a different situation for them than dating an ably bodied person.
Okay, but again, you're coming from it. I think you're still stuck on that last situation that you were talking about, that last scenario. When you meet a person that's differently able, and you all vibe and connect, and you realize, like, hey, this is possible. Like, when you spend time with them and actually, like, hang out with them, converse with them, have deeper conversations with them, like, and there may be a point where you're like, hey, I can do this. I can do this situation. It's not, like I said, you're coming from the last scenario where, okay, the circumstances changed and now I have to adjust to this new situation. When you're dating someone and they're already there, you already know what their situation is to a certain degree. That, you always have a choice. You can say, okay, I could date this person, or I can, forego that and go somewhere else, go in another direction. But
that's all situations, though. I mean, every
Yeah.
situation you're gonna, if this person right for me, and I guess if this person specific, that's an extra thing for you, then maybe that person's not right for you at all, and you're doing each other a favor because you're not dealing with somebody who has stress over, like, oh, I'm stressing over this because this is a big issue for me. So remove yourself from the situation, essentially.
Right. Eric, I agree with you 100%. And Lyrics, I think it's gonna take maybe for you to meet somebody, and you conversate with them first, and then you'll see the disability or the differences second. Outwardly,
No,
of course.
I know people that I do know a few people that are, what do you call it, differently able. Like, we had those discussions, not me bringing them up. They had those discussions with me, and I understand. But the type of person I am, I'm sorry. When it comes to situations like this, I always look at it from the other perspective, meaning that it may be negative to you, but that, like, I look at it from both sides of the fence realistically. Like, and then I would see if I can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Maybe I might deal with a woman. We deal with each other for a couple of years. Something might happen to her where she may be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. That's something that I have to adjust to because I'm not used to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Fair.
Like, and the thing
That's
is,
fair, but
every person is different. Not everybody's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, well, I could do this, that, third." Who knows? I may be like, "Shit, this is too much for me." You know?
You're right. And it's gonna take for you to meet that person that is already settled in whatever they got going on to be like, look, I don't need you to take care of me. Like, I mean, you're a big dude. They might just want to, you to lay up, and they don't need you to fix them. they need you to see them as whatever they are, a woman. I don't want you to see the chair first. It's there, but it's not attached to me. So if that's what you see first, you're not going to be attracted to a person in a wheelchair. They might have the baddest body in the room, but if all you see is the chair, you're not even going to look past that. You're not going to say, damn, she actually got her shit together. She got a good job. She don't need no money from me. She just want my time, want my attention. But if all you see is what's different about her, and this is not a shot at you, I'm not saying nothing about you, but I'm just saying if people look at it like that, then you're not going to be attracted to that person. You're always going to find something wrong with that person because they don't look like the other person that just walked in. But the person that walked in, she might be bad. But what if she's dumb as rocks?
Right.
So that's not gonna work for you either.
A question for Tiff.
Agreed.
There's a question and comment for Tiff. I just want to get to the comment first because no hold back said Tiff sounds amazing, and I would agree. Tiff is amazing.
She is. Tiff is amazing, man. Like I even the bad guy here admits Tiff is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like she is.
No, you said what you always say, that's favoritism. That's favoritism. That's all it is.
Thank you. She understands me. She's a Virgo. She knows I deal with favoritism.
So, because this is actually, unfortunately, this is going to be a very short episode.
Yes, it is.
No pun intended. And
what's the question?
Ja has a question. Ja, put it back up.
Question for Tiff: Have you even meet someone with a fetish?
Ever.
Well, no, he says even, but okay, you're right. Have you ever met someone with a fetish for differently disabled women?
Actually,
or someone who wanted to take advantage.
Yeah, but not with me. Of course, there's other people in other situations. People have tried it, but I can kind of weed that shit out because they ask you weird questions before they even, like they're actually just weird things. What can't you do? What can you do? Can you do this in the bed? Can you? I'm not telling you that. I'm the type that I'm gonna show you before I can tell you, and I'm not gonna tell you, in the chat conversation. And if that's what you focus on, that already gives me weird vibes.
Yeah.
Talk your shit, Tiff. I love it. What you gonna do? You gonna show them?
And I don't be like, oh, I do this, and this. I mean, I'm not gonna do that.
Can I also add? John said that 21-year-old Steph was a handful. I was not a handful, sir.
Well, you know what? In fairness, I'm not gonna let y'all do that to Steph. It was actually me. 20-something-year-old Tiffany was on some bullshit. So, and I just wasn't ready to be as serious, I guess, as she was, and let things get in my head. So that was all me. That actually was not Steph.
So our relationship was a lot of firsts too, by the way. Like it was my first time being in love. It was my first time being with a differently able individual, which at the time, like honestly, I didn't even look at it that way. But for Tiffany, I was the first person that she was in love with, and I think I was the first person that that she was intimate with. So there were a lot of things going on, a lot of dynamics that were happening that we were both, getting to know and getting to discover. So it was just, there were a lot of dynamics going on.
And we both had to grow up, and experience other things. But she's still one of my closest friends in the world, and she still gets under my skin like nobody else.
You know what? Hold on, Steph, I'm sorry, but I see some comments here, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for everybody who done said it earlier. I'm gonna say it for everybody. Y'all need to spin the block again. I said it. There it is. Y'all need to spin the fucking block again. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with them. Yo, spin that block again. Round 2, fight. Let's do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
On my nerves.
That's it. I'm just saying. Like, come on, let's.
Hold on. Read that, and then now this has become Randumb Thoughtz dating. That's what it is now.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. pretty much. Like,
No, back Stevie said,
holds-
"All right, y'all was in love. Spin the block already. I have nice wedding shoes already."
Oh my God, I'm sick
Oh
of
my
y'all.
god.
Now, let me tell you how dope Steph was. When I actually got married, she was actually supposed to come to the wedding, but she couldn't come. She couldn't get off work in time, but we still ended up having dinner that night. Like, she still came all the way to DC to have dinner with me. Like, that's a different
Yeah.
level of dopeness, because I don't know if I could have did that.
No, that's a
And
different level. Let's spin the block again. Round 2. Ding ding, let's get it popping. Like, yo, stop it, please. Like, yo, you like Steph, stop. I see you blushing. You already know what it is, man. Spin that block. Let's do it.
oh my God.
Yeah, no hold back, Stevie. That's another conversation in itself.
Wait.
Well, listen, guys.
I'll let Tiff tell it.
I'm working on not being no holdbacks. I'm working on it. I got to get the paperwork right.
Crazy, yo,
We
guys.
got a little one now.
Every question that you have right now, I'm gonna throw it on Tiff. Yes, I'm doing it.
I was. I'm
What does Steph
getting that
eat?
paperwork.
What does
What
Steph
did-
eat?
You know what?
Yo, I love this show. I fucking love it, man.
It had to start somewhere, and that's all I'm gonna say with that.
Hey,
Wait,
you know what?
wait, what did you say?
Wait,
I said it had to start somewhere.
Oh man.
but where did it finish?
Oh my god.
Well, y'all know who she is now, so I think it started.
Oh,
And where did it finish?
oh my god.
I'll let Steph answer that one.
Woo! All right,
for
I love it.
content,
All I'll
anything
say
else?
is I know where I want it to finish.
Mm.
Mushy
Oh.
shit.
You know what? She wanted to finish on onlysteph.com.
There it is.
Exactly.
There it is.
I'm not putting that content up. Nope.
Yo, guys, I know it's a short episode here, so we gotta really jump. We gotta jump into final thoughts right there. What the fuck? Yo, we gotta jump into final thoughts. Eric, man, final thoughts, man. Let's get it.
I'm gonna lick the plate too. Anyway, but no, go ahead. Final thoughts.
I mean, I don't have much. Basically, my final thoughts. What I said, if you same shit like I said before, twice before. So I'm gonna pass it along.
All right, cool. Yo, she said, "Oh, okay, Tiff, because I got love for Steph. Can't have her in trouble. Can't marry 2 people. It's not finished.
You can't. You can't.
Hashtag spin the block. Oh
you,
my god.
If you're Mormon, you can't.
No hold back. Already.
We're not
Oh,
Mormon.
man.
We're not Mormon, and I'm
Morning.
not sharing. I'm not sharing.
We're not more men. We don't
When I
want
get
more
married,
men.
when I get married, I'm not sharing. Okay, there we go.
Yo, Adviz, final thoughts, man. Let's
Not you too, Ja. You usually my people. Not
Nah.
you two.
Oh shit.
my goodness.
Yo, Adviz, man, final thoughts, man.
What's
Please,
the-
please, man. This
All
was
I
an
have to
episode
say,
of Miscon.
this was more of just a learning experience for
Oh
myself.
my god.
But I guess again, just treat others how you want to be treated, as well as don't be afraid to meet people and deal with people just because things are different, whether physically, mentally, all of that stuff. But so I'm gonna put it there.
Nice.
That's nice, Ad. Like, that's a very grown up way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, yeah, shit.
Yeah, lyrics is
What
not
you
capable
said
of
with a
that,
nice
but
bow on it.
Yeah, like, excuse me, lyrics did what now?
I'd say lyrics is not capable of that kind of.
No,
Don't do him like
No,
that.
hold on. I am capable of it. It's just I haven't been in that position too, whether or not if I know I'm capable of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just speaking from other people's experiences that I've heard and, disabled people that I've talked to. So,
All right,
I'm
I'm gonna catch you in what you just said. You said I'm capable of it, but I haven't been put in that situation yet to know if I'm capable of it. Which one is it?
Boom. All right, Aviz, come through.
Okay, Ad, you got it. You got it. You know this from that shirt. You right, Ad. Wait, excuse me? The fuck? Okay, Steph, final thoughts, man. Just go ahead, man. Just go. Nah, Nah, see, now,
Yes,
Ad,
Eric.
you
Yes,
you a
Eric.
traitor,
Yes,
Ad. I
Eric.
thought you was my man.
Look,
thought you was my
already know.
mans.
I
thought you was my mans.
We always trying to elevate. You already know that's what it is. Of course,
Elevate,
I'm always
elevate
gonna get
my,
on you.
elevate my ass. You ain't
Yeah.
elevating shit.
No.
You elevating people laughing at me.
Pause.
Fuck out of here. Like, go ahead. Anyway, yo,
Pause.
Steph, final thoughts. Steph, final thoughts.
I'm not elevating anywhere in any body part like that. Exactly. Nope.
First of all,
Pause. No
I'm
Diddy.
not gonna say
no Diddy.
I'm not gonna say who ruined this opportunity, but I'm looking at you. You know who I'm talking to. You screwed this up. This episode should have been a lot longer, and I'm gonna keep it right there. But anyway, my final thought.
No, it's me. Hey, you already knew what the situation was.
Nah, it's not you. But
if it's who I think it is, she didn't come because I'm here.
It's only
She don't
one
like me.
person who knows.
It's not you, bro. Yeah, it's definitely not you, my guy. But
I'll put it on me then. Fuck it.
Nah. Don't carry the burden of someone else and their nonsense. But anyway,
I guess Lyric can do it because he's carrying the burden, supposedly.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're gonna break your back eventually. Yeah. So final thoughts.
I had a joke. I had a joke. Listen, don't worry about my back being broke. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag spin the block. All right. Don't worry about my back being broke.
You're right. You do the back breaking.
There you go with y'all bullshit.
I can't even get to my final thought.
Final thoughts. Go ahead. My fault.
Y'all a mess. I am still where I am.
Pause.
Like what do you say? Lyrics elevate your back, don't break your back.
Pause. Pause. I opened myself up to that. My fault.
Oh my god.
Just continue before more come.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Just continue.
All I want to say is, as someone, like I said, as someone who has dated more than one differently able person in my life, individuals, it has enriched my life in ways that I didn't think were possible, and I believe that it has made me a better person, through and through. Even on a platonic level, me as a child, growing up with kids that had conditions that were not of the norm, and me befriending them and having conversations with them and having like that empathy for their circumstances and what they were going through. Like even seeing kids bullied as a kid, as a child, it was really messed up. But it has enriched my life in a number of ways, and I'm an evolved person because of those individuals in my life, including Tiffany. And Tiffany has enriched my life in a way that I never thought would be possible. And I thank her for that. I love her for that. And she knows how deep that love goes. And
spin the block.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm throwing that to Tiffany. I'm gonna throw that to Tiffany, and that's gonna have to be worked out some way and somehow. But Tiffany, you know where I stand. You know I love you. And
spin the block.
That's my final thought.
You need to spin the block on them lyrics, but continue.
Oh man, yo,
and Eric need to spin the block on that AC, but continue.
Yo,
Right.
I'll make this like yo. My final thought, man. Just be
Everybody get one.
Be nice to each other, man. Like yo, okay, that person may be this differently abled and all that other good stuff, man. Well, whatever, but listen, that person's a human being too. You know what I'm saying? I understand you're gonna look at it from there's people got to look at it from another perspective, but just step back and ask yourself, can you honestly handle it? And if you can, shut the fuck up and live your life. That's it. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Accept the fact that that person is definitely able. They may need your help. They may not need your help. You know what I'm saying? But the only way you can find out is if you talk to that person. You shut up with all that, all the negative thoughts. Just talk to the person. Just see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Before you make a decision. But don't sit there and waste that person's time talking one thing and then doing the next. You feel me? And I'm speaking for the ignorant people that are in that situation or like just put in that situation due to circumstances beyond their control, because there's situations like that, you know. So just really think before you act. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say about it. But this concludes this episode of Random Thoughts. Tune in next week.
Eric didn't have a final thought.
I did.
Oh shit!
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. It was real quick.
Okay. Oh, it was quick. Okay.
He started off.
My bad.
He was,
my bad.
He was like this. I ain't got shit to say for it. Fuck out of here, yo. Who the next person? That was it.
He's like, I found my person.
I just got one. I got one final thought. Don't overthink
Tim,
it.
final thought. My fault. Like, damn, I forgot Tim.
Are you good? You good? I just got one. Just don't overthink it. We'll tell you what we need. We'll tell you what we don't need. It's just as simple as that. It's a question. We'll tell you what we need. We'll tell you what we don't need. And 9 times out of 10, we don't want your help. So we done figured it out. So don't overthink whatever you think it is. And just ask. It's not that hard.
We need a part 2.
We need hashtag spin the block. That's what we need. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, India.
Thank you to my best friend for showing up today. That's my best friend in the whole world.
Well, I love India.
I think I met India before, man. Yo, India, what's popping, man? I met her before, man. I met her.
Never met India.
I met her.
Never been to India.
Now, how do you know I ain't been to India? You don't know my life. Like,
I know enough to know that. I know enough to know that.
You know what? You know what I know? I know. Tune in next week as we get into episode 6-14. What is that? Yo, I fucking hate you, Ad. Yeah, you say with the vegan chopped cheese shit. Yo, Ad is my dog, man. You know what I'm saying? But tune in next week as we get in the. We gotta throw Tiff a virtual housewarming. Let's do it. Yeah, episode 6-14. What is that? That is Liberty for all, a debate about the migrant crisis. Yeah, we are going to get into the migrant crisis. Are these migrants? And we will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a very touchy subject. Who?
Benny.
Oh yeah, we need Benny. We need Benny for this. I want to hear Benny. Yeah, I want to hear Benny. I want to.
Benny.
Yeah, I want to hear what Benny has to say about that.
I heard Benny.
Oh, no, but it was just so nonchalant. Oh, Benny. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to hear her thoughts. I would also love to hear. I would love for migrants to actually come on here and hear their thoughts. You know what I'm saying, man? And I want to start some shit next week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love that.
Let's find them in the street, Lyrics. Let's go find them. Migrant in the street.
Fuck it. I might actually do that. I might actually go to the street find some fucking migrants. Like,
I'm gonna talk about Project 2025 during that episode too. But anyway.
Yeah. And just real quick, I know y'all ending, but thank y'all for even having this discussion, because it doesn't happen very often. And I mean, we don't, 9 times out of 10 people don't even think we supposed to date. So if you see a disabled person or a differently able person with, an able-bodied person, they think that that's their aide or family member. Like, we could never just be together. So the fact that y'all are willing to even open this up for conversation or just ask questions, that's more than most. And as a differently able person, it means more than y'all know that y'all even having a discussion about it.
Nah, man. I mean, listen. Thank you for joining. Tiff. Thank you for joining us. And you know what I'm saying? It actually motivates us to have more discussions like this, because, I like me personally on TikTok, I see disabled people, differently able people, making content. And, I feel that the ones that I subscribe to, it actually touched here so much that I subscribe to them because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel that they don't need any help or whatever, and they doing it on their own. I'm talking about deaf, blind, in the wheelchair. They lost their legs, they lost their arms. Shout out to all of the differently able people that are out there making things happen. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are special. You guys are loved, and y'all human as well. You feel me? Don't let anybody tell you different. That's right. I know I'm an asshole. I'm a pain in the ass, but I do mean well. You know what I'm saying? Until I drink beer, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, then I'm laughing at your asses. I'm sorry, but I do mean well. I do mean well.
Jeez.
All right. So guys, for Framos Ramos, Adviz, Stephanie Gale, this is the LYR to the ICS Lyrics signing off. We will see you next week, y'all. Peace.
A part of the story present on we got to renew with the one and only Truth be told, yes. Truth be told, it finally happened. Advis Freestyle Sunday Season 8. Show me what you got today. Show me what you got. I'm mentally just locked into this media's alright, and let it all drop onto this third rock that's straight from the sun, heavenly born. So you see that this the same sun. I went around the globe 360 without the 5, but I say you got 5 on it to let me drive. But I know I'm taking it further than any type of tribe that you tried to go and eliminate. I took it here with pride. So just tell me you can't bribe me with this line, cause every single time you took it lower right, I took the higher side. You always stayed afraid, and I've always been this brave. Atlanta like the Braves, I hit it out and take my space. Right here on the stage, flipping and miking these days. Even if it's not you miking and iking it, but really, man, I'm just staying straight. You are just running astray, feeling again of afraid. But I just do it like braviary, that means a brave bird when I'm feeling afraid. But I don't do it with the red tails. Hopefully you can see it with these fairy tales. Every time you try to go and speak this, I embody the word and everything else, and this is just the pre-fool. Really just a prideful eye-fool. Really just try to get an eye full of me. If you don't do it, then show me what you got so we can go ahead and DJ Capri. You ain't got that rhyme, so don't just take your time. Push it out a line. You were not here, I'm aligned with the stars, the words, and skies. So everything you try is in a full disguise till I don't have this prize. I ain't got a prize for you. You so compromised, I ain't got no time to go ahead and find a clue. Even if I'm doing this, man, I'm binding to all of the lines and words that are coming to rhyme into. Average, put it on the line for you. If not, then I'm right here giving you the senses to put it right down and sense this. Even when my ends is like these skulls, no more ops, they all exposed. Right in the code, even if not, they right in the fold. Looking to try to take me out with the guerrilla tactics. Even if it's not, then I'm right at this. Man, I do this so simply like AI with no practice. But I'm practicing form to get my chi right. You can't do this, but it seems like it was just a free ride. But bars that I be spitting is coming right from the cosmic forces that you forcing. But really, I keep assorting cause I'm brave and it's courageous. Words that I'm just saving got you looking scared. It's getting afraid with it. I'm hearing the save with it. In the fields and slaves with it. But nah, these bars and lines uncaged. No slaves with it. I'm back, don't save with it till they see it right here on the spot. Show me what you seen, and I show you what I got in here in the spot. Peace and love, y'all. It's your brother Avis back with another Universal Laws and Opposites Talk. And for today's Universal Laws and Opposites Talk, we're going to talk about afraid versus brave. Now, in a freestyle, I didn't use it as often, but I tried to come back to it using the same word, afraid, and then brave. But some examples that I was using in there is you being afraid and skittish. I was thinking of a deer. Brave, as in, of course, I said braviary. I used it as a Pokemon reference, as well as the Atlanta Braves. But y'all let me know, what do you think? You thinking of different things when you think of afraid? Again, I'm thinking of, being scared of the dark, being scared of situations, or brave as in being able to have the courage, take front, move forward, move, as confident as you can. But those, again, were just some examples. If y'all have any more examples of afraid versus brave, please put them down in the comments, share them. Do whatever you want with this, because I've been your brother Avis. This is Freestyle Sunday Season 8. I'm feeling good. Hopefully y'all feeling great. We're going to keep it moving and keep it pushing, because you have to show me what you got. You got to show us what you got. So when you take your steps, you'll find your place. Peace.
The alien